Thank you very much, Michael. Meantime, a homeless protest camp in downtown Eugene is growing every day, and so is the community concerns. But who are the people living on the streets? KEZI 9 News reporter Madison Glassman spent time with one man who has plans to change the lives of those living on the streets in tonight's special report, Life in the Shadows.
They call them bums, drunks, tweakers. We see them everywhere we look, in the parks, on the sidewalks, in your face. But who are these people?
They're individuals that either fell through the cracks or are just exploring. And I don't find anything wrong with the travelers or the explorers. That's how I got into being homeless.
Meet Eric Jackson, just another face in the crowd, another life in the shadow.
The word homeless is not even close to true. It's everybody's at home where they lay their head.
On this Wednesday morning, like every morning, Jackson wakes up, finds a bathroom if he can, and enjoys a hearty scoop of peanut butter. While most of us are getting ready for work, he's gearing up for another day on the street.
Backup battery charges, absolutely necessary on the streets.
It wasn't always like this, of course. Before becoming homeless, Jackson says he thrived in an affluent area of New Jersey where he owned and operated a pizza shop. An arrest for illegally smoking marijuana in Jersey led him to pack up and leave.
Left going over the Ben Franklin Bridge and kept on going straight, and eventually ended up in Colorado.
And he never looked back. Headed west, Jackson recalls the first time he ever camped outside in Denver with other homeless people.
It was gorgeous, and I thought I'd never be able to sleep with the trains, and I slept like a baby because around each other we were comfortable.
Eric understands that not everyone in Eugene considers homeless camps in their community gorgeous. With about 1,600 homeless people in Lane County, some people say increasing numbers means more crime, harassment, and lower property values.
So, what would you say to those viewers that, might watch this? And
give some love, give some respect and you'll get so much respect back.
Respect is an important word for Eric, and he doesn't think of Eugene's latest tent city as a homeless camp. He prefers protest camp. 2 weeks ago, about 50 people were living on county-owned property near the Lane County Courthouse. No running water, no electricity, and tarps for cover. Now, there are about 100 people in the camp, and the county has no plans to move them. Officials say their hands are tied because of a recent federal court decision saying they can't criminalize homelessness. And as the camp grows, so does community concern. According to a recent study, 38% of unsheltered homeless people in Lane County have a serious mental illness, and 30% have a substance abuse disorder. Eric admits that a lot of homeless people have addiction issues. He's addicted too, he says, but not to what you may think.
I don't have other addictions except for court. I have a court addiction.
But all these signs are new on this building. This is a building I got my no trespass ticket.
Jackson says he spent years informally studying the law, mostly because of run-ins with the legal system. And now he's a sidewalk lawyer of sorts, teaching others in the homeless community.
I very much inform them of the law and try to get them to abide by and enforce what is lawful, because I don't want a disruptive society.
Every morning, Jackson takes a walk to Theo's Coffee to begin his work.
It's time to check the morning email, see if I got any lawyer letters or new Human Rights Commission Eugene or the Homeless Poverty Work Group Eugene. And unlike most out here, I actually have a laptop because I have to do advocacy work.
Jackson still thinks like a businessman with grand plans to create a new life for the homeless.
A homeless community run by us, for us, owned by us, and operated by us, and showing that we can run restaurants, that we can run retail businesses, that we have artists that can fill gallery walls, and we have salespeople that can sell ice to Eskimos. When they see that, they're going to come from all over the world.
He says even though life can be rough on the streets, he and others would rather sleep outside than in the shelters, including the one city leaders plan to open just right down the street.
They don't want to go to the Mission, which is more of a jail and sometimes worse than a jail. It's a hierarchy of insiders that are there longer or privileged for one reason or another, that they get away with certain things and you're not allowed to. and that's not fair and it's not right.
As night falls on the camp, Jackson lays his head down on the cold, hard ground. This is a problem that cannot be hidden, even though when our cameras showed up, many of the campers took off and hid.
Like there's no voice. Like you saw how fast it cleared out. Like they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be heard because then they're going to be picked on more.
Eric Jackson is a man on a mission. His high, shining light on others and helping them out of the shadows. In Eugene, Madison Glassman, KEZI 9 News.